Well, I have no idea where this video is going to go, but I have been really struggling the last few weeks, which is crazy because, some of you know that I moved across the country and all that stuff to kind of give myself a fresh start and give myself the opportunity to focus more on the content and give myself the actual space to do the content and all that stuff. And there was a level of me that was like not sure that I could do it, and then I ended up getting the courage and the energy and had this adrenaline rush and was like, yeah, fuck it, go, 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 go. And all within a weekend I basically toured a place, signed a lease, and moved within 3 days, right before Christmas. And then I moved here and I slept on an air mattress for a while. Pretty much for the last month I've been on an air mattress that my friends let me borrow. Literally Christmas Eve I met somebody and I've been talking to them for a while, and that's new to me. And I think weirdly at one point the adrenaline rush ended and the stress of everything that I had just done started to just kind of come in all at once. That's why I deleted Twitter for a couple days, and I just got it back. I actually just got back onto TikTok again. Had some long conversations with friends of mine about my content and sort of my frustrations with, where content has been going. For those of you who don't know, I work a lot behind the scenes in the industry, specifically in gaming. Work a lot of gaming events. In my last video, or not my last video, it's one of my last videos kind of goes into a little bit of explanation as to like what I did. And yeah, I've been having lots of conversations with other industry people about this same topic. And this video is just as much of a message to myself as it is to you, in the sense of, your content sucks. And I say that because watching content today it sucks. If you know me, I have a tattoo on my arm that says, "It just sucks." And a lot of people make fun of me for it. A lot of my friends give me shit for it. But the reason I have that tattoo goes a little bit deeper than just being a meme and being funny. Because a lot of things in my life in the last 5 or so years have been just major life changes and just one major thing after another, and a lot of triumphing and working hard and failing a lot, by the way. For as much hard work has been put in, there's been an equal amount of failing that has also come out. Also just battling some mental things as well that I have had my whole life and I will have for the rest of my life, and have done every step, every precaution, every recommendation. I've taken the proper steps on, alleviating some of that. And anyone who's watching this that knows, it's not that simple. It's not as easy as loving yourself. It's not as easy as getting a hobby. It's not as easy as, playing video games or whatever it is, right? Like after a certain point, you realize that you live with that. And I'm not even going to, talk about what it is or whatever, because I personally feel like today it's trendy. It's trendy to say you're depressed. It's trendy to have anxiety. And it makes me feel weird about it, because it makes me even question myself. If do I really have these things, or do I just feel like I do? And it just, it rolls into its own thing. So, I've been feeling kind of not myself the last week or so. Been struggling to work on things, put things out. Moving is really expensive, and like I said, I think that the adrenaline has worn off, and now the angst has caught up. So now I'm stressing out about that, and I don't want to be. I feel like I have a new relationship with someone, and I feel like that it's been so long since I've been in a relationship that I'm trying really hard and probably too hard. And, I feel like I'm pulling myself in a lot of directions. It's literally a cage match, and it's me versus me. And I've got me for 3 minutes. I just watched all 3 Spider-Man movies, so if you get that reference, you're a real one. And that's not to say that, like, you know, I am upset or disappointed or regretting any of the things that I've done in the last month, because I don't. All of these things are actually incredible, and I have not been any happier than I am now. I'm the happiest I have ever been, truthfully, and I think that that's where a little bit of the anxiety comes in. It's scary. It is scary to me to be happy. It is scary to me to have things kind of fall in the right place. Those of you who have spoken to me and know more of my story know that growing up I was always looked at as the privileged rich white guy, and I really hate talking about it on a public platform, I guess, but it does play a lot into why I am the way I am and why I have had difficulty, I guess, putting out the content as consistently as I want to, because for me, content has spanned back since I was literally a child. So making things to me has always come from the heart. It's always been about passion, and that's just for me. I'm not saying that has to be for everyone else. Quite frankly, I don't care what other people are doing. But I think what sucks is when I go and I meet some of these creators and I go and I have some of these conversations, or I go and I'm trying to find content, some of the conversations that I've been in with some of these people it makes me sad for the craft. And I feel like lonely in a sense, like it's really, really, really hard to explain, because I'm not actually trying to say that anyone's content is bad and that they're bad. No one's bad, right? Like, you make what you want to make, right? Whether your purpose for making it is to make money or to game the system or to beat the algorithm, whatever your end goal is with it, that's fine. I think I'm disappointed. I'm sad because I don't feel like there's as many of us left that just do it to do it. I literally can't tell you the last time I had a conversation with another creator and had them talk to me about an idea that they were just excited about, that they were passionate about, truthfully, how they really wanted to, like, they had this cool idea for a video where they were going to do this, and this was how they thought it was going to look, and they're working with somebody to try to, this, that, the other. Like, all I hear from people is, oh, so I'm really trying to, like, get 3 shorts out a day, or I'm really trying to focus on, getting 500 more subscribers a week, or I really want to hit this, metric, this milestone, this, that, the other. And everyone's goals and everyone's milestones and everyone's ways of measuring themselves are all numbers. It's all numbers. And I personally, I don't measure myself that way. And it's hard not to, right? Because that's what everyone's doing. And that is what arguably is what measures your validity and your success on any of these platforms. And it's hard for me because I've always had that I have like a moral wall that prevents me from just making stuff to, like, make it perform. I don't really know how to explain it. Like, it sounds really stupid, and I'm literally wearing a fucking Intel shirt as I say this, but I don't know. Like, I have a very difficult time just, like, pumping out content just to do it, because it's genuinely not what I'm doing it for. But it's been brought to my attention that, well, in order to have the voice that you're seeking, in order to have, the audience to perform in front of, to share the things that you really want to share, right? The things that you really are passionate about, and the things that really are artistic, in order to have that audience, unfortunately, and this is the part where it just sucks, you have to make shitty content. You have to make the dumb stuff, quite frankly, the easy stuff. And I'm sorry if I'm offending anyone, like, I apologize. But in my opinion, in my mind, as someone who makes content and has worked in content for a while, like, some of the stuff, like just picking up your phone and just, like, talking about, I don't know, this battery, being like, oh, hey, this is a Canon LP battery from literally, I can't make this up, Wasabi Power, and just talking about a battery and being like, yep, this is a battery for a camera. This is how you put it in your camera. Done. Like, that's like the limit for me, like how easy, simple I can do. But that's like the part of content I don't like. But unfortunately, you have to make those pieces, those evergreen, those, clickbaity things. It's you have to make those things in order to just grab people's attention for a microsecond, enough to give them even a sprinkle of interest in you. And maybe, just maybe, a percentage of those people will actually go and watch the other stuff that's you're more passionate about, etc. And who knows, maybe I've been wrong this whole time and I just need to jump on the bandwagon like everybody else. I don't know. Which is exactly why I said that this video is as much of a message to me as it is to you. And hopefully I watch this video in fucking 5-10 years and look back and go, yeah, you know what? All I needed to do was just make the shitty content. And now I can just make the cool stuff that I've always wanted to make and have the audience and have the voice that I want to have and the influence that I would like to have. Because for me personally, as meaningful and as wholesome as I can, I would love to have an influence that I can help people, make them happy, show them cool things, make them feel a certain way. Like, I know it's hard to find people that really genuinely want to do that these days, but like, yeah, like that's why I like to make the content. I watch my own videos more than anyone else, period. Because I enjoy watching my own content. I don't cringe at myself. I like hearing myself talk. I think that I make cool videos. I like the shots that I get. I like some of the things that I say, that I've written, the scripts that I write. I think they're good. And yet it's weird because I feel like it's the opposite for a lot of people. I feel like for a lot of people, if you were to play their content, in front of them and make them watch it in front of their family or in front of their friends or in front of, some random public audience in real life, they'd be like, oh no, like it's cringy. I'm so cringy, blah, blah, blah. I'm not like that. I'm like, yo, that's me, dog. I'm like, yeah, put it up. I'm confident. I'm proud of it. And that makes me sad that there are people who aren't proud of their content and they just do it to make a means to an end. Again, that's fine. It's just not what I want. And I feel like it's very hard these days to find anyone who genuinely does want that. So you can have those conversations. It sucks to me, like what happened to making videos for YouTube or whatever just to make them. Whatever happened to the platforms giving us tools to make creating easier, And by easier, I just mean like easier to find people who do the same thing that you do. I'm not saying easier as in how to make more money, how to game the system more. I don't care about those, but you have to a little bit. And I always say this, the best creators are the ones that can walk that line, right? The ones that can game the system, figure out their performance, make content that performs well, while also staying true to themselves, being authentic, being genuine, and somehow doing both. And I think that's the part that's what makes someone go long term in something like this, is not just pumping out garbage every day. It's pumping out the right amount of garbage. We all know what professional jank looks like. It's trendy now to make something janky. Brands hate when you use that word because they're spending all this money for you to make a quality thing, and you're like, yeah, well, we'll just make it look janky, and they're like, what do you mean? If you know, right? Like, but it's a thing, right? Like, why spend tens of, hundreds of thousands of dollars to have this really sleek, professional looking thing if you could just have a 16-year-old come and do some quirky, trendy, janky thing that's on the internet and it performs better for a literal fraction of the price, right? Like, I've talked to brands, I know. And that's what makes me sad. That's why I think I feel the way I do right now. Is it's like I know that brands are cutting, budgets left and right in favor for, different kinds of things. They aren't interested in the product commercial type things or the really cool content pieces as much as maybe they used to be. That's not to say that there's none that they aren't doing. I'm just saying that it seems as though it's leaning in favor of the short format, quick, trendy, quirky stuff, and less on the, hey, like, let's get a real film crew out here. Let's like really tell a story. Let's really put effort and hard work into this. Even if it doesn't, go viral, the importance is not the virality of it. The importance is the story of it. That's the part of me that's why I say it sucks. And that's why I say, the content sucks, because I don't feel anything when I watch these pieces anymore. I've worked for companies, I've worked for teams and orgs, I've made content for brands, I've made content for orgs, I've made content for creators. I've done a lot of things. And that's why I won't edit for people. Like, any of my clients know, like, if you reach out to me, a lot of the times I'll say, yeah, like, I'll film it, but I don't want to edit it. I don't want to edit it because I know that I will take too much time. I'm going to put too much of my heart into it. And at the end of the day, no one cares. And that's the hard pill to swallow. Other people, it's fine because they do content creation not to be creative. They do content creation because it's easy to do for them and they make money. And it's a means to an end. Again, it is basically an alternative to sitting behind a desk all day at a 9 to 5 because you can kind of control your own destiny. And if that works, great. I make content because I'm artistic, I guess. I'm creative. I like to make stuff that's cool. I have ideas in my head all day, every day. And all I want to do is just go and make them. That's how I've always been. So without making this a bajillion million year long video, I guess I'm trying. I really am. There's a lot of things going on in my life that have been ups and downs, and a lot of the time I don't know how to handle them the best way. I've had to fight for a long time, because a lot of not so great things personally have happened to me in the last 5 or so years, and having to try to fight through those things and rebuild and learn a lot of stuff, and as well as try to figure out what kind of career I want to do. That's just part of it. So I'm happy, truthfully. I know a lot of you might be following me on Twitter who are watching this video and probably saw my tweets and are worried and this, that, the other. I really am happy. I think I'm in a very weird neutral state right now is the best way to describe it. I feel like I'm just kind of revving my engine in place, and it just hasn't gone anywhere meaningful. The flame that I have is seemingly going in and out. It's like it burns out for a day, and then it sparks and it comes back, and then it gets blown out again, and then it sparks and it comes back, and then, it's just a lot of woof, woof, woof. It's a lot of energy, and it's very exhausting. And then there are days like today where I just lay in bed. I just lay in bed because I just can't bring myself to do anything. So, but I am trying, and I'm hoping that I can get into a flow to where I can make short content for TikTok and stuff that is still not entirely garbage, but is still of some sort of value and is something that is still enjoyable for me to watch. Because I will tell you, like I said, I will watch my YouTube content every day. I'll go back and watch some of the shots that I got and some of the things that I said every day to remind myself of some of the cool stuff I know I'm capable of doing. I never watch my short format content. I never go back to watch my short format content. And maybe that's just something I need to change. Who knows? But I can tell you, like, I know I don't watch my short format content because I know that it's not the quality that I want it to be. And I don't have as much investment in it because I don't want to feel restricted to a time limit. I don't want to feel restricted to trends and whatever else is popular. So my thought was, hey, like if this platform doesn't feed into what I'm interested in, why would I use it? You know what I'm saying? So, but now I'm kind of like, well, is there a way that I can maybe use those platforms as a way to gain an audience and then transfer that audience then over somewhere else? And it's just a lot. It's very complicated. If you make content, if you genuinely are making content and you are trying to figure this out like I am, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You're making shorts of your stream because you want people to come watch your stream. You're making shorts because you want people to go watch your TikTok or your YouTube channel, or you are just a TikTok creator. You are just a short format Instagram Reels creator. I don't know. But I think that we're all trying to kind of do the same thing, but different. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this up now because I'm rambling as I normally do. I am really trying to find a way to be more consistent and to find a level of quality that I'm happy with. I'm also trying to avoid cutting content and stuff from my list of enjoyment as soon as I get stressed, because I think that's a good friend was just telling me, like, as soon as I get stressed, the first thing to go is the content. Because I don't want to sit on camera and be negative. I don't want to be sad. I don't want to be stressed on camera, whatever it is. And so I'm hoping that I can work toward, when I'm stressed, that this can be an outlet again. And I can feel comfortable expressing a multitude of things on this channel, not just tech reviews. I still want that to be the core, but I think, I still want to be able to feel comfortable to, like, when I have a thought, when I have an opinion, when I have an idea, to come on and just talk, cut it up, put it out there. And you know what? If it goes nowhere, it goes nowhere. But you know what? At least I feel like I feel like the voice is there. So if one day, again, in the future, heaven forbid, I do well and I take off, and you're watching this video 5 years from now, and I'm whatever, some big YouTuber or whatever, like, hopefully this is kind of like I don't know. I feel like everybody does this at some point, but it feels better. It feels better to talk it out, say it, as opposed to just tweeting it out or, whatever. So if you made it this far, thank you very much. I will continue to work on some stuff. That being said, I am on the TikTok again, 24 Concept. So maybe check that out. Otherwise, stay here. We are still doing tech reviews and stuff. Hopefully once February, March comes around, things will start to pick up a little bit more with events. I'll have more work going on. I'll feel a little bit better financially once I've recovered from all the expenses that I've had from moving. And hopefully, some stuff will just hopefully things will just calm down. So thank you guys for bearing with me, and hope you have a great week. So see you later.